More people than ever before are finding themselves working from home at a much higher rate. And this is something that people are doing because the way the world works is shifting. And this is due to a lot of different reasons, but of course, as we know, companies have been forced to let their employees adapt to a more hybrid work schedule where they're able to work from home some days and some days they still have to come into the office. However, other people have taken this time to create their own business or start freelancing, and that in turn has caused them to work from home full time. And in this video, I want to lay out all of the different tips, tricks, and hacks that I've learned that can help make your working from home experience much more productive, beneficial, and enjoyable. So let's get right into it. The first tip I have for you is that when you're working from home, the first thing you need to do is set aside a specific space in your house, in your apartment, or even in a co-working space that you can dedicate to your work. Having this mental boundary is going to help you start to separate different areas of your life. Now, when you're working from home, the biggest thing that a lot of people have to first confront is all of the distractions. The TV is right there. Those leftovers are right in the fridge. So if you don't have a space to work from home, a lot of times you're going to find yourself getting distracted very often. And this can be unintentional from family members. But what you want to do is find a space that is the best for working. So if you have a separate bedroom or a guest bedroom, that is perfect because you can close the door, you can create your own space, and that will create a mental boundary from the rest of your house. Now, I know not everyone has that luxury of having a separate room, so if you don't, try to find a corner of a room or somewhere where you can avoid as many distractions as possible and somewhere where you can get motivated. And this is the next part about creating your own space. It's not just about the physical space, it's also about creating things that inspire you and make you feel good. So having different plants around you, that helps a lot of people. Maybe having a window near you, getting some natural light, that can help you stay focused. Also, a lot of people like to hang up different artwork because that keeps them motivated. So in my workspace, I have a bunch of different canvases up. I have different degrees I've earned, and that helps put me in that working state of mind. So when I enter my workspace, I know I'm working from home and I know that is what I'm doing right then. And it really helps you with the next tip I'm going to get into, which is creating a routine. Creating a routine when you're working from home is vital because like we said in the previous tip, a lot of the battle of working from home is avoiding distractions. And if you don't have a routine, it's so easy to kind of let the time slip away. Before you know it, a lot of your day has passed and you may not have gotten done what you needed to get done. So when you create a specific routine and you hold yourself accountable to that routine, you can start to have so much success. And I like to do a method called time blocking your day. And when you time block your day, you color code different areas on your calendar and you set specific time blocks for when you're going to be working. And you also set specific time blocks for when you're not working. And that's just as important is keeping that work to life balance. And I know that's a very cliche term, but in reality, creating a work-life balance is the only way you're going to be successful long-term working from home. Because if you start to let all of the boundaries blur into each other, you're going to start to feel burned out because you're always going to be in work mode because you work from home. But if you have space set aside, like we said in the first tip, and then you start to set a routine where you're not just working through the middle of the night, but you're setting a hard stop time, you're setting time to spend with family, you're setting time aside to go to the gym, to do positive things, that will help keep you very balanced. And this gets into the next part about having family members interrupt you. Be very transparent with them and have a system in place so they know what your routine is. And of course, if an emergency comes up, they still need a way to contact you. But for the most part, let's say you close your door. That would let your family know that, okay, I'm working right now, I'm dialed in. Or let's say you're on a phone call. Just keeping your routine transparent with any other people in your household or roommates is going to help you because then you can start to have them understand your routine. So when you know it's time to work from home and you have a routine and you have your space, you can get right into it and you know what to expect. But a lot of people don't do this. They make the mistake of just trying to figure it out. They don't set a schedule, and then that leads them to kind of just being always in that half working mode, half not working mode, and it really can lead to an unpleasurable experience And that's why a lot of people don't always have the best experience working from home, because they don't set a schedule, they don't have boundaries, and therefore their social life will be the one that suffers because they don't have a schedule. And that is something that you need to take responsibility for when you're working from home. And that's the same thing if you're working for yourself or if you're working for an employer from home. All of these are still applicable. Now, let's get into the next working from home tip. So when you're working from home, now that you have your space set up, now that you have a specific routine like we spoke about, the next thing you want to do is look at upgrading your workspace. And what I mean by that is not only your wall art and inspirational stuff, but the actual things and tools and softwares and hardware that you use for your job. So for me, I found that one of the best things I ever did was get myself a comfortable chair because it helped me be more comfortable throughout the day. Then getting an ergonomic keyboard instead of just the Mac keyboard that's flat and doesn't curve to your hands. I never liked typing on that, so I got a Logitech curved keyboard that has a wrist gel on the bottom, and it's made to be comfortable and used more often. The other thing I got was a Logitech mouse, a vertical mouse that actually puts your hand in the handshake position as opposed to straight forward. Now this can reduce carpal tunnel, muscle strain, and so many other things, and it can also help you be more productive. So when you start to upgrade your surroundings in your work environment, let's say you add a second monitor or a third monitor, you can start to get more things done in a quicker amount of time. And in the long run, when you start to look at how beneficial that is, not only are you saving time, but you're getting more done with the time you're putting in, and you're coming out of it feeling better mentally and physically. So if you're sitting on a crappy chair all day, you're using a very bad keyboard and a very bad mouse, you're not going to feel good, especially in the long run. And if you're putting in a lot of hours working from home, all of this matters because it's all about longevity. It's a marathon, not a sprint. It's not about just working from home for 1 week or 1 month and then just giving up on it. It's about figuring out how to make this work for you, because no matter what you do, if you have space and then you make time for it and then you create the best work environment for yourself in terms of all of the things we spoke about, upgrading your desk, upgrading your computer, upgrading all of your monitors, everything, that helps you stay more motivated. And when you're motivated, you do better work and you're ready to get back in your home office environment more often. And that leads to having more success and, of course, making more money. Now, I talk about all things freelancing, entrepreneurship, and lifestyle freedom on my channel. And if you're interested in learning how to work from home, maybe you have a 9-to-5 right now, but you want to learn how to work from home full time and not have a 9-to-5 that makes you come into the office, or let's say you want to have a career where you have more earning potential, then check out all my other videos on my channel. Please subscribe. I go over how to make money online, the top side hustles right now, what freelance skills are in demand, and how to make money freelancing on Upwork. And that is what I've been doing. I've learned how to do it myself. I'm teaching other people how to do it now because I found out that when you do it the right way, working from home can be one of the biggest positive shifts in your life and in your entire career. And it can really give you your power back, make you feel that you're the one in control and that you don't have to show up to some office every day. You don't have to sit in some commute in rush hour traffic where everyone's cutting each other off and flipping each other the bird and just in a horrible state of mind. But when you can create your own micro environment, when you're working from home, when you have a schedule, you have a routine, you still make sure you're seeing family, you're seeing friends, you're seeing loved ones, all of that really helps support a much better life. So I hope that was helpful, some work from home tips for you, whether you're freelancing or just on a hybrid work schedule. I hope you can implement some of these, and in the comments down below, let me know what you think, if you do any of these, if any of these tips were helpful. And until the next one, I look forward to your success.